Okay, well, first I just want to say that I don't usually do these type of videos where I talk on news and stuff, but I saw this and I thought I thought I'd just talk about it because Overwatch, I mean, there was no point in making Overwatch 2 at this point. If they're really bringing back 6v6, there was absolutely no point in even making Overwatch 2. For me, I never played Overwatch 1. I knew about it. I knew of its existence. But I never played it. I did watch videos on it. You know, I watched gameplay, but I was never interested. I only started playing Overwatch in Overwatch 2, I think either season 1 or season 2. And from there, I mean, I started playing the game and then I grew loving the characters like Ramatra and Reaper. Those two are mainly the ones that I really like in this game, are those two characters, and I started learning about the lore between them. And those are the type of characters that I really like in like fiction. Reaper, Ramatra, other games like Master Chief, The Arbiter, Kratos, you know, those type of characters. But yeah, this is gonna be very, very interesting. Bringing back 6v6. So I already told you I never played Overwatch 1. But I mean, bringing 6v6, I mean, I think it's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna help tanks a lot because the 5v5, I mean, you're only one tank. And a lot of people had problems with it because, to my knowledge, you're only one tank. And if you start losing, I mean, everyone's going to put blame on you. But you're only one tank. If the whole team just focuses on you, you're just immediately dead. I mean, you get no help. It doesn't matter how many heals you get. But bringing 6v6 back, I mean, you're going to have two tanks now. You have two healers, two DPS, two tanks. I mean, it's going to help a lot. I think it's going to make the game a lot more fun. I've seen videos of like 6v6, how it was. It looks chaotic. But I mean, those are the type of games that I kind of like. Is it games that are kind of just crazy and chaotic, just makes your brain go all over the damn place. But this is the director's take, continuing the 6v6 discussion. It says here, previously, we talked about the different format changes throughout Overwatch's history, why we switched to 5v5, and where we plan to go from here. Included in those next steps, we said we're looking at running a series of tests to try out different core team compositions formats in Overwatch 2. These format tests are all about understanding if we can make the core game even stronger. Every day, millions of players jump into the core 5v5 format, and the last thing we want is to negatively impact that experience. The exciting thing about these tests is the potential to introduce something that could appeal to the other group of players. Ones that might have felt uncertain about the move to 5v5 when Overwatch 2 launched. Now, I'm assuming that goes to people that played Overwatch 1. Because I do remember a lot of Overwatch 1 players moving to Overwatch 2 just didn't like the idea of 5v5. I mean, every tank was just getting obliterated, and it just depended on who the DPS, if your DPS and healers, supports, whatever you want to call it, were able to help you win the game. If you didn't read the previous 6v6 Director's Take blog, check it out because we are going to dive into the plans. Okay, so it's going to be a 6v6 test in Season 14. So it's just they're going to do, why are they going to do tests though? I mean, 6v6 was already a thing in Season 1. I'm Overwatch 1. The first launching a week into the season will look a little different than the standard 2-2-2 row queue. Wait, what? From Overwatch. Part of this series of tests is to not only judge our players' appetite for larger team sizes, but for us to explore different ways that we might implement a change without running into the same problems we had previously. With that in mind, our first test will be a variation of open queue. Which we're internally referring to as Min 1, Max 3. Each team of 6 must have at least one of each row and no more than 3. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a really big fan of open queue. I did play a little bit of it, but it just wasn't my thing. But, so, wait, what does that mean? I'm sorry, it says no more than 3, but each team of 6 must have at least one of each row, and no more than 3. So you can have 3 DPS, 1 healer, and 2 tanks. or you can have 3 tanks, 2 DPS, and 1 healer. That, I don't know. I seriously don't know about that. Because they said it's going to be kind of an open queue. I mean, usually whenever new things come up from news, from Blizzard, a lot of people always seem to have a problem with it. But it's going to be a test, so I mean, it's not going to be that deep. Upcoming game modes in Season 13. Okay, so they're just going to bring game modes this season. A world with 5v5 and 6v6. I mean, I don't think they should have 5v5 and 6v6. I think they should just have either 5v5 or 6v6. I think they should just bring 6v6 back. I mean, I've never played Overwatch 1, but I've seen the gameplay. It does look a lot more fun. Maybe a little stressful. A little more stressful, but I mean, I think it help Overwatch get back in its feet. Bringing 6v6 back. Then you can stop hearing tank diff, tank diff, tank diff, tank diff every single match. I mean, because if you're playing tank and you're just dying, you're just getting melted. I mean, there's nothing you can do. Even if all your healers are just focusing on you, there's nothing you can do. You're just gonna get melted and obliterated, and that's just gonna be the entire fight. But bringing 6v6 back, you're gonna have another tank that would help you. Just thought it was interesting. Man, I can't believe I'm making content for Overwatch. When I started this YouTube channel, I was a huge Halo. It was just Halo. Still love Halo. I've always loved Halo since I was 6 years old. Loved it. Still love Master Chief. Still love the Arbiter. But I mean, they're 343, or as they are now, Halo Studios. They just haven't had a good record. I mean, the game is just pretty dry. I mean, all the good things that they had in Halo Reach, Halo 4, Halo 5 Guardians. I mean, the assassinations, the game modes. I mean, everything that they had there, they didn't bring to Halo Infinite. And I mean, the game just seems pretty dry. Yeah, well, getting a video ready to probably upload either this Saturday. Yeah, maybe this Saturday. But I'll see y'all the next one. Later.